Yes, my coach challenged me to write a blog about something I know is true for me, something that I know for certain. And as a matter of fact, there will be a series of those because I have a lot of things, a bunch of things that I would like to share with you, something that I clearly see as being true, which I notice that not everybody shares. Now, one of the things that I'd like to talk to you today is my conviction that actually we don't live in the reality. We don't see reality as it is, but we'll always live in the experience of our reality. And what I call reality, the external circumstances, are simply a shadow of who I am being. So basically, I'm getting an experience of myself moment by moment. I'm looking at myself really in this sense. So if I don't like something in my external circumstances, the place that I should go to change that, it is actually within. Because if I go and start changing things on the external circumstances directly, it will be like looking at my shadow, and I don't like my shadow because it has, let's say, a little bit of a belly, and then I'm going and working on the shadow to change its shape. Now that would be a bit crazy, I know that, but I mean, it looks obvious, but that's pretty much what happens when we go and trying to change the external circumstances, acting upon them without looking inside first for change. So if I want to change something outside, I need to look within first. Now, this doesn't mean that I can control what's going to happen outside. It doesn't mean that I can control the exact way it will gonna unfold outside. What I can predict, though, is that something will change. As I change something within, something will change on my external circumstances. And then if I want a different unfolding, then I should change something else within. Again, it's not a procedure, it's a change from within. That's the main distinction that I would like to emphasize. And initially, I wanted to end here the blog, but the question that actually pops to mind is, okay, how do I know what to do, what to change inside in such a way to see in my external reality something that I would like to? How do I go about, increasing the probability, the chances for me to get in my external circumstances something that I want? And answer that I have, you're not going to like it because basically the answer is you can't. You can't control that. And, or basically you can't control that and you can't predict that and you can talk about that in a way that can be verbalized, that can be explained. And I'm going to tell you quickly what do I mean by that. You see, that's how we learn how to do pretty much everything in life through implicit learning or implication-based learning. We took a look at the effects of whatever we're doing, and our body changed. Something changed in our mind, in our being, taking into consideration those effects of whatever we're doing, and our body knew what to do next. Think about learning how to walk. There was no manual about that. And actually, a manual would hinder the process. It was no manual to tell you, okay, now move your leg to the right 3 inches and then turn your torso to the left 21 degrees. And so there's no such manual. We started to do the doing, and then through the implicit learning, we learned basically from the effects of our doing. If we fell, if we lost our balance or whatever it happened to be, we learn how to do it next. So in this sense, what I wanted to emphasize in regards with the implicit learning is that it refers to the process. It doesn't refer to the effect of it or to the outcome of it. I mean, learning how to walk, it's a learning how to do the walking. It doesn't tell you that at the end of your walking, you're going to find a big bag with $1 million. It doesn't tell you that. However, it does tell you that as you set an intention to go somewhere, to go to the kitchen, to bring a glass of water, and as you notice that actually your direction is different than whatever direction you set initially, then your embodied understanding makes the changes for you. It's not a procedure. You just realize, okay, that direction where I'm going now is different than the direction that I set initially, and now my body knows, just because I got this information that there are two different directions, my body knows how to change who am I being. Again, it's not a procedure, it's who am I being. My entire being basically changes into changing the direction. Again, it's not a procedure, it's not something that you do consciously. It's something that your unconscious mind is doing for you. Your inner wisdom is doing for you, because it's already part of that learning, is already part of who you are. So that's one of the things that I wanted to emphasize, that it's good to know your intention, and your mind perceives the feedback and then makes the changes for you, to the extent that you allow it, to the extent you're not interfering with your conscious thinking too much in this sense. So that's basically my analogy with creating reality. You set your intention to whatever you want to create in your life, and then you forget about it. And I want to emphasize, an intention is different from expectation. I wrote into a different blog that. So I'm talking about setting the direction. This is basically how I would like to feel. It's a direction, it's an intention. And then forget about that, and you just focus on the doing, allowing your body, your wisdom, to get feedback from the effects of your doing, and make the correct adjustments in order for you to get closer and closer. It's not about, like a zero in. It's closer and closer to the purpose, to the thing that you want to see unfolding in your life. And what's, again, very, very important about implicit learning is the sense of knowing that who you are being is the cause of the effects that you see in your life. Just like you tripping or falling when you started to walk, to learn how to walk, you knew it was coming from you. And in this sense, when you start from the clear knowing that the effects of the external circumstances that you see are the effects of who you are being, now your implicit learning technology, which is already within you, can already start to do the things for you, just as it did when you started to learn how to walk. I hope it wasn't that convoluted. And if you have questions, comments, I'm looking forward for them. Take care.